Hello everyone, I'm Kayatu Yaga. Well, we have another case of one of those homo people, homo things, claiming and trying to shame everyone for liking good looking female characters, something that used to be the norm. So imagine trying to do this shit and thinking that everyone is going to side with you. But well, we know that all of this shit show of the uglification of female characters in video games and across a lot of media was because these fuckers infiltrated from the inside, grew out so big, turning into a fucking tumor, fucking cancer in stage 4, and they did what they did. Nowadays they still want to do that. Well, they already infected host, they should die with that host. But it's hilarious to seeing once again this fucking nonsense of takes. So they need to run those asylums now. I said it now. So look at how it started. So you have this meme. Even I have seen the meme with Yotei, where you have the busty big titties samurai compared to the Antifa version, which is the original version that Sony decided to put out with. But well, yes, the meme is fucking self-explanatory. Female characters that actual gamers want, and then female characters that no one wants. And I have to say, it's kind of from some of those cases a lame comparison, because we saw how they uglified Jill Valentine, we saw what they did to Claire Redfield, we have seen how they pushed that nonsense. But you see, like at least Ada Wong, and you see the girl from Lies of P, and of course, it's even going to look better compared to this shit from the West. At least credit where is due, some of this is from Asian Games, but compared here's the West. This is the nonsense they're pushing, and this is how the retarded tech starts. I don't know who needs to hear this, but women who you don't personally find attractive exist in the real world. Also, people like you, so women like you. So I thought that this one is one of those nonsense. So yeah, she, her. Pero no siente bio. Once again. So these mouth breeders are the types that really want to detect how you should join your stuff. Louder than Ghost Revolver and Death as Shiny. Built like a thick house. So, whatever. So continue on. And they can exist in video games. Yeah, they exist in video games, and look how those games are performing. That's why we keep clowning on them. That's why we are making free content just with this. Everyone is monetizing your ass because you can keeping fucking everything out. You still trying. They're not going to stop, but you know what? We are seeing how you are flopping so hard. And at that point, even the legacy industry is going to blacklist these retards. Because, yeah, they have burned so many money. So much money. But, well, continue on. If you can play a video game without every woman in looking like a gunner fantasy, you are brain rotted and need help. So if you need help, if you want to have this as the normalized idea of what content we should consume. Now we have that freedom choice. We are doing that to this day. So gunner fantasy, yeah, all of this, all of the females should be gunner material. No questions asked. It must be like that. If you want to put some ugly female, it should be for comedy relief or being a fucking antagonist. That's it. You can have them, but not as protagonists, not as something compelling, because even they don't know how to make a compelling character with such an ugly face like that, with a magnified face. And we have seen how they try to portray all of those female protagonists strength, empowerment, and you are seeing the was, hey, sir, hey, Joe, I'm gonna make the mother of all minutes here, and and trying to push that nonsense. And yeah, we know. These fuckers think we are stupid, but nah, they only fooling themselves. And look how this getting clowned. Wake me up when you see actual people cosplaying this in viral. Yes. Fuck off, that feature is right, you're wrong, and I suspect you are a man and a complaint because you relate to the characters nobody fucking likes. Yeah, that's true. That's fucking true. Even to get enraged by Asmongold here, so. How many conflicts exist for characters on the left versus the right? Exactly. Yes, because we have covered up here. Even I show one of Haron Film Archive doing cosplays and almost not safe for work art. Yeah, those are the ones that no people wants to see more. Not all that shit, but well, that's a good one. Not only do men disagree with you, but women do too. Actions speak louder than words. Come back to reality. There's no reason to do this to yourself. Yes, and here is Baradark. A woman that prefers to have what this fucker says. Oh, Gunnar slap. Yeah, I want to see all of them being gunnable. I don't know who needs to hear this, but women who do you personally find attractive exist in the real world, and they can exist in video games as well. They have been in existence for quite a while. If you want to play a video game with every woman in it looking like a fantasy, that's okay. Both men and women like pretty ladies in games and that's pretty perfectly fine. And you know what? If you want to make your ugly ass character, you have games like even Dark Souls and Elden Ring that give you the freedom of choice. They give you the freedom of choice with the protagonist. But forcing me to have an unwatchable sackback and trying to portray her in a good way when all of this is just, oh, my sexuality, I'm lesbian, oh, patriarchy bad, and all of that shit. Yeah, no wonder that they are so out of touch with reality because, hey, no one wants to play as an ugly bitches. Exactly, real gamers prefer accepting female characters, and this is a snowbreak or no, or other type of game. Well, just look at this. Yes, this is the good stuff. This is the good stuff. Thank you, Western developers. um, the mock-up. Ironic, but she promotes her fans like, ah, fucking hell. Oh no. Oh, what a fucking nightmare feel. So yeah, she's a woman. Oh, well. While at the same time tells people they need to help for seeking soon Gunner content. I have fear to see what I'm going to encounter, so I'm just going to stop that. I'm going to stick to what we already have seen. So yeah, the feminist urge to uglify everything, exactly. And not only for feminist women, feminist males. They're not men, just fucking balls, legs, cocks. Like Neil Cockman. And the clowning continues. I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'm absolutely ever going to spend $70 and $80 to play as an ugly bitch. And no amount of your manipulated gaslighting bullshit is going to change my opinion. My money, my choice. You still better start coming to terms with that. And yes, you know, we are going to keep saying it. Hey, the Gunnable stuff is what makes money. And you're saying, oh, it just was just designated by men. It was to this female character is like so Gunnable slab just so to appease men created by men. Well, I got news for you. Women have created Gunnable characters in the past. And yeah, it's good now that since there is the topic of Ninja Gaiden rising up once again, but look at this. So they portrayed Ayane, and to the surprise of no one looking at the track record of that character, Ayane's design in Ninja Gaiden 4 was created by a woman. It looks censored to me, to be honest, but she doesn't look bad in body and face. But yeah, Tomoko Nishi, after joining Platinum Games in 2011 and working on The Wonderful 101 as an environment artist, she worked on various titles as concept artist. She contributed to work and provided original illustrations for the picture book sections in Nier Automata. So, oh yeah, Nier Automata, when we are still seeing fucking more and reading a 2B ass. Huh, because probably you want the attention that ass is receiving. But well, continue on. And was in charge of the character designs and overall visuals as art director for Bayonetta Origins, Cereza and the Lost Demon, and it is her latest work, Ninja Gaiden 4. So, yeah, they they hired a woman. At least to okay, we I know they are trying like going censorship, they're toning it down because yeah, even I can see this shit. This part covering the upper side of the boots, it should go. But it's Team Ninja and it's fucking Koei Tecmo. I already rant about those morons adopting the AI, but still want to do some bait and switch there. But at least, even for that bait and switch, for those Japanese games from AAA corpus, they know that if you uglify a character like this, you are going to have a very rough awakening, even worse than we are seeing in the West. Because yeah, this character has existed for quite a while. And well, imagine if some women were working at the development. I remember when in Final Fantasy Type Zero there was this trivia where all of the female characters that you could control during the story of the game, you could see below the skirt, and all of those females had, well, different types of underwear. The bikini type, but still, they were very detailed, and for a game that was released on the original PSP. And yes, it was a woman working on it because she said, "Yeah, I want to reflect the emotions of that character, and because I know the ones buying it are going to enjoy seeing it. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I know men are going to be watching this. They want to see below that. I'm going to give them eye candy. That's okay. That's fine. That's should be the fucking norm in the first place, because it was existing like that. Because they knew who the target audience. The large majority of gamers always have been men, and video games has been dominated as a hobby for men by men. And if women wanted to develop something, at this point they know who to appeal of in order to make money. And sure, even women have their own stuff. They have their own shit, like we have seen Love and Dead Space. But these fucking morons, such as this one, interferes image. She wants to, well, you're retarded. You seek help. So just because I want to see something sex appealing, that actually, yes, give me the neuron activation because it's good. It should be bad, but yeah, trying to force a man to get a hard uh, on an ugly ass bitch or on a man. So why do you try to turn men into homosexuals? Yeah, this is this is the always in Discord. Putting man jaws is because they really want to turn men into homosexuals. Push the new norm. That's why yeah, I'm seeing new alternatives. Gacha games are continue doing what they want. They are going to make money because they know in the past something that worked, yeah, it's still going to keep working. Yeah, even to this day, everyone would rather see this shit than the sense. It's so easy to see. Men and women, especially within doujins, or even people just using AI, they say, I want to see more of this content. That yuka. Or even indie developers doing this kind of content. And yeah, doing some assets in pixel art is what attracts, is what is going to sell, but also it is going to actually work when they are offering is actually good because it's a competitive market at the end of the day. It's a excessive competitive market. I'm just biting my words here. So yeah, everyone needs to compete. No, it's not like they want. They are forced to compete if only to get money. Because hey, even I know they want to make money, and it's by creating a product that people wants to consume, that people enjoy. That's why even games like Brew Archive, Nike, Snowbreak, girls from like 2, Horizon Zero Walker are making the money despite being gacha games because they're offering the stuff we like. We are seeing games, the upcoming games like Ananta. We are seeing indie alternatives that know how to appeal to men. I was looking at one of those first-person shooters where you are controlling a booby woman, and when you are looking below, you can clearly see she's seeing her tits, and that's okay. Yeah, it is what you want. Yes, this is what I want. Everyone else wants it. Don't hold yourself back in what you're offering. And yeah, that's going to make the money. That is going to make the money in all of this. Just like, look, all the people getting the attention. It's a good one. They can fucking bitch, cry, and try to shame everyone. Calling names is a fatigue at this point. They can invent all of their fucking wording to try to shame uh, their targets. It's not working. Not anymore. And yeah, people with common sense are going at this more and roasting their ass. Even Madame Sav is here. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you can't force people to buy what they don't want. That's exactly what it is. And here it is, the cosplays. Yeah, E from Stellar Blade and Bayonetta from Bayonetta. To this day, the ones that actually wants to make cosplays, but hey, wake me up when you are seeing some Concord cosplays. That's it. Thanks for watching and please take care.